Hi everybody, welcome back to Cat's Book Nook. Today is May 30th. It's the end of the month, so this means a monthly TBR for June. I am traveling home, and in 9 days I'll be done and packing up and getting ready to go home. So I wasn't trying to do an extensive physical book TBR, so a lot of these are going to be audiobooks, and hopefully with that I can get a lot of these done because it's a 43-hour drive home. There are stops along the way, but for 43 hours, not having anything to listen to outside of your playlist on Amazon on your phone, and you are driving through non-coverage areas. It's great. It's going to be perfect. So audiobooks for this month are just fantastic. So my to-be-read list for audiobooks this month include 3 Melissa Olsons. So I'm finally going to get to Blood Gamble, Midnight Curse, and Boundary Born. I started Boundary Born. I haven't finished it yet, and I keep pushing it off for other books, but I definitely need to get these 3 done so I can return them to Amazon, Kindle Unlimited, and get some more books. Also, we've got Me Before You by JoJo Moyes, the first book in the Me Before You series. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. This was a TBR jar pick that Overdrive happened to have on audiobook when I went to find it. Just so that way, because the physical book's pretty thick. And this one I wasn't necessarily ready to read in physical format, but the audiobook so far, what I've listened to, is pretty good. Then we have The Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden. I need to finish this. I need to start it and then finish it, because, yeah, I want to say it's like 12 hours long. And then need to finish The Friday Night Knitting Club by Kate Jacobs. I started this earlier this month, but never finished it. And then After You by JoJo Moyes, which is the second book in the Me Before You series. I want to get to the third book next month because Overdrive didn't have any holds on it, so hopefully I can get to that. So, and then the last audiobook that I've got that I want to do, now I've got the physical copy of it, but All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doeer, not sure how you say his last name, but Overdrive has this. There's no holds on it. This was another TBR jar pick because I went through my TBR jar and picked out 10 books that I could try to get to throughout June without having to stretch myself too much. I got through 22, 23 books this month, and I wouldn't have done that had I not done the 24 and 48 hour and the 36 and 72. So, yeah, trying not to push too much on books this month. It's not going to be a reading slump month, but I do just want to focus on getting home. So, more TBR jar picks, because if you guys don't know about the TBR jar, so I started doing the TBR jar, and I started with the books that I had on my shelves here in California. If they were series books, kind of like some of these are, I picked the first one. If the first one got drawn, I'm going to put the second one in there when I get home. So I got through the first 4 books in Harry Potter. So I put Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix in the jar. I did not put Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince or Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows in the jar. So just so there weren't as many papers in the jar as there was. Because I had one series that I had the first 6 books in, and another series that I had there's a 5-book series. So, made it a little bit easier. But, TBR jar picks. We have Beauty by Robin McKinley. This was actually this month, on this month's TBR, but I didn't get to it. Shadows and Light by Anne Bishop. This is the second book in the Tear Lane series. I have the third one. That one is being shipped home. Us by David Nicholls, who wrote One Day, not on audiobook on Overdrive. Every Day by David Levithan. Should hopefully be a easy read that I can do in the next week. I also wanted to pick books that I could get through hopefully in the next week, so that way it wouldn't have to worry so much about it, because we're not driving home until the 8th, so I still have 7 days of reading I can get to. Middlesex by Jeffrey, don't know how you say his last name. I've picked this up before, but I got it in my $4.99 bag at Grassroots. And it's supposed to be about I want to say androgynous. I think that's the right word. If I'm not right, please correct me in the comments below. But male-female person who has a extra chromosome. And yeah, it's got really good backstory to it. I was not into historical fiction matter when I picked this up. So, yeah, hoping to get to this soon. Also picked up The Clan of the Cave Bear by Jane Auel. I need to read this. I think I put this on my January to be read list, and I didn't get to it at all. So, now I get to it. If I do not get to this book this month, I am unhauling it. I've had this book for, I kid you not, a decade, and I still have not read it. I've had it a decade. I've started it multiple times. I've had this on my TBR for like the last 9 months at least. Yeah, if I don't read this month, and it'll probably get unhauled anyway, but I at least want to read it first. Then we have Ink and Bone by Rachel Caine. I've read this. I think I read this earlier in the year, but the 4th book comes out, I want to say July. So I definitely want to get through this book, just because I've got 1 and 2, but I need to pick up 3 and then 4 once it comes out. Yay! And then the final TBR jar pick was Mr. Churchill's Secretary by Susan Elia Macneal. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't read this yet. I wanted to. Been a while. Non-TBR jar picks. We have Raven Strike by Patricia Briggs. This is the 2nd book in the Raven's Shadow duology. I really like the first one, but the print on this is super, super tiny. Well, not super, super tiny, but like smaller than normal print. So this one's going to take a little bit longer to get through. And then the final book that I've got for my TBR this month that I'm not going to go get is The Mists of Avalon by Marion, Zimmer, Bradley. I started it this month. I got 130 some odd pages into it. It's an 867 page tome. So it is like that. But it's good. It's a good book. I didn't get to it this weekend. So I need to finish that in June, because I'm not going to finish it in the next 2 days, because I am currently in the middle of 2 audiobooks, Strange Dreamer and Howl's Moving Castle, which I'm hoping to get done tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. If not, either way, they're going to be on this week's weekly wrap-up video, so I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, with that, those are the books that I'm going to try to get through this month. If I add anything else to it, you guys will see it in my weekly wrap-up videos. And with that, I hope you guys had a wonderful Wednesday, and I will talk to you guys soon.